here today at the Kever of Leah Meno, and I wanted to speak a few minutes about the meaning of Shira, singing Shira. A person doesn't sing Shira when everything is going smooth in general. A person generally sings Shira when they've gone through a tremendous difficulty and they've suffered greatly. And all of that suffering, each and every experience of suffering, makes a mark on their neshama, and it goes deeper and deeper and deeper. And then they feel more and more difficulty, and they feel the tension and the difficulty and searching and crying out to Hashem for the Yeshua. And then, when finally everything comes together, as the Maharal says, the word Shira comes from the word Shira. It's coming full circle. When everything comes together, then a person sings Shira to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's the release, as it were, of all the frustration, all the difficulties, all the challenges a person goes through. It comes full circle, and then he sings Shira to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We know Leah was the first person ever to sing Shira to thank Hashem. Thank Hashem. She thanked Hashem upon always Hashem. And she had years and years of suffering, right? As Chazal tell us, all the years that she thought she was going to marry Esav at the Parshas Drachim, everyone said, well, Leah has, Yaakov has two boys, Yitzchak has two boys, and Lavan has two girls. The older boy will marry the older girl. Leah thought her whole life, that she was going to marry Esav, and that made a level of suffering. And then her marriage with Yaakov Avinu, she had suffering. All of that suffering built and built and built, and it was more and more and more passionate, turning to Hashem, until finally she gave birth to Yehuda, her fourth child. She realized that all of that suffering had come together to make to enable her to have more children than anyone else. And then she was voted to Hashem, and then she sang Shira. And this is true about everybody, and especially on Pesach, the Jewish people. We had come out of Mitzrayim, and we were traveling 7 days in the desert, and we came to the Yam, and we had all the difficulties we had experienced in Mitzrayim, the years of slavery, and now we were running away from Mitzrayim. We were being pursued by the Egyptians. We had the Yam on one side, the sea on one side, and the scorpions on the other side, and we were surrounded on all sides. And then finally, Klal Yisrael sees the miracle, sees the sea open up. They go through and they sang Shira to Hashem. All of the years, the Maharal says, all according to the level that a Jew had been afflicted, that was the level that they sang to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because all of that pain, all of that suffering in Israel, it all became clear. The more that a Goy had afflicted a Jew, the more punishment he gave, the more divine honor was revealed. And this is when the Jewish people came to Shira. They sang to Hashem as a nation. Everybody sang together. Everyone came together and sang Shira to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And this we can learn. We can learn from Leah. We can learn from Klal Yisrael that when we're suffering, and all the tefillahs come up to Hashem, and finally we're zocheh to Yeshua from Hashem, the right thing we should do is sing Shira. Sing Shira. Go through the whole process. Follow from the beginning to end all the difficulties you had and how that wound up in a state of redemption. Then we sing Shira to Hashem. We reach into the deepest depths of our heart, and we take out all of that pain that was there. We put it all together and fuse it together as a Shira Hashem. A Shira Hashem ki gamal lai, right? We say. The Gra says there's 3 steps in redemption. There's ani b'chastecha batachti, when a person is suffering. He's boteach in Hashem, he relies on Hashem. Yagil libi b'sech, when a person has the Yeshua, his heart is yagil, it's exalted. Ashir Hashem ki gamar lai. But when everything is finished and he sees the whole path, the whole talich, the whole process, all the suffering, how all the suffering led to redemption, that's when a person sings Shira. When a person comes to that clear recognition that everything that happened in his life, all the suffering, all the bad things, all the seemingly bad things, all the incredible difficulties that he experienced, it was all a part of the whole to come to the Yeshua's Hashem, to see the revelation of Hashem's glory, right? That everything, what we do is we send back the bad, as it were. We send back the bad and realize that was also just a part of Hashem's process of redemption. All the things we thought were terrible, difficult, and challenging, they all come back in the full whole, and we see that it's all from Hashem. That's Ashir Hashem ki gamar alai. We should all merit to have this experience of Shira. Right? We shouldn't have to suffer. suffer, and we turn to Hashem, we have the Ani V'Chastichem L'Tati, we have the Yagid Yeshua Secha, we should merit that Ashir Hashem Kikabal Alai, we should be able to send it all back to Hashem in the form of Shira, and passionately sing to Kodesh Baruch Hu, especially on the Shvi Shal Pesach, when we sing Hallel and we sing Shira, we hear about the Kriyas Yamsuf, Azir Shir. During this time, we should all sing to Kodesh Baruch Hu, and B'ezrat Hashem, we should sing in the final redemption. It should be very, very soon. Amen. Kain Son.